Recently, I've been talking a lot about mandatory data breach notification that was introduced earlier in the year. Now, the first report has actually come out, which has shown us the highest number of reported instances of data breach and where they originated. Now, interestingly enough, the highest number of reported data breaches and their cause was down to human error. For that reason, I've called in one of the smartest blokes I know, Mr. Tom Hickmott, to talk about ways that we can combat human error.
Thanks, Trent. Thank you for having me.
Now, Tom, when it comes to human error, in the report, the way they described it was someone unintentionally attaching a file to an email and sending it to the wrong person.
Yep.
What else would you define as human error?
Yeah, so look, there's probably four areas that we focus on.
Yep.
The first one being the most common is around losing devices. So corporate laptops or mobile devices where people leave them lying around. They leave them in a taxi, leave them in the car, they get stolen.
Yeah.
The second one is really around social engineering. So it's something we've heard about a lot in the past. It's been going on for many years where people, just through phone calls and phone prompts, will just get, their most common passwords and phrases compromised.
Yeah.
The third one is it's really around, that email, the targeted email attack. So looking at, Australia Post emails, for example, where you're expecting a delivery and having embedded links within there. The fourth one is really around the corporate espionage space, and that sounds like a pretty intense way of putting it, but it's essentially a user taking data that they've worked on or developed when they're at one employer and taking it to another, and that's a big thing nowadays because a lot of people do feel entitled to their data, but it's also about their organisations being able to track their data and know where it's going.
Yeah. Okay. So starting from the top, you spoke about corporate espionage and suspect websites or suspicious websites. What can we do as business owners to combat that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really about data loss prevention. So you're looking at your data and where it goes, and also tracking how it's disappearing from your organisation. So if you're looking at somebody who's emailing files out, then you want to be able to track those files as they go out. You want to know who sent them and where they sent them to, but you also want to be able to track things like people putting data onto USB keys, putting it into Dropbox or OneDrive and that sort of thing. So it's really about having all of your data thumbprinted and having unique signatures so that you can track wherever it goes, and having solutions that will enable you to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Now the next one that you spoke about was social engineering. Now that seems like it would be a little bit harder to combat, just from my perspective, from my knowledge, but.
Yeah, so from social engineering point of view, I mean, look, there's not a lot you can do with social engineering in its basic form. You're always going to get those people who are wanting to extract data from you. But one of the key things around social engineering is multi-factor authentication. It means that you've got something physical on you, whether it be a soft token on your phone or a physical device. But it means that you've got something that you can't just know. You can't go and find out somebody's maiden name and then, enter it in as your security phrase. You've got a physical device with a rotating password that enables you to, when you need access, it's in your possession and you can punch it in. So that's really the core, around protecting yourself from the social engineering space. Okay.
Now the last one was losing devices. I'm guessing that's very, very common out there. Everyone's done it.
Look, it's probably the most common.
Yeah.
And it's quite simple in its methods of protecting you against that. It's really about device encryption, and also mobile device management. So being able to control the device when it's lost. So initiate a remote wipe so there's no corporate data on there.
Yeah.
But also if somebody were to gain physical access, they couldn't boot it up because you've got full encryption on the device, and without it being on your corporate network, the data's useless.
Hey, thanks for that, Tom. I really appreciate it. You've helped me to get a much better grasp on what technology is available out there to help really control your data and make sure that your business is staying secure and protected from breach.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
No worries.
And also, thank you out there for watching. I hope you found it entertaining, and we'll see you soon.